Right, time for those trending topics now. And first up, of course, it's award season, the Grammys.
Yes, indeed it is. Amazing. The Grammys, the world's biggest music awards, or as I suppose some would say they are. But this is really the big one on the music industry calendar. And so proud to have our own Trevor Noah, who's hosting these awards. And of course, the list of winners are coming in fast and furiously. And I know that Sakina very happy about the record of the year,
Song of the Year,
Silk Sonic. So that is a very big award. So well done to them. John Batista, we are winning the album of the year. That's also another biggie. But I suppose what we're celebrating really is the fact that Black Coffee has walked away with his very, very first Grammy, and that's for his album Subconsciously. Just creating immense waves there. So congratulations to Black Coffee and getting that first Grammy award ever.
Yeah. And most awarded DJ in Africa, the first African DJ to go on a world tour, the first African DJ to win a Grammy and a BET award. So take a bow.
Isn't it amazing? It really, really is. So those are the big stories that are coming out. And of course, I know the Foo Fighters also winning 3 prizes or 3 awards at the ceremony. They weren't there. The big news on the Foo Fighters, of course, was Taylor Hawkins. It was one of the band members that they lost just a couple of weeks ago. So a very sad story. So they're not there, the Foo Fighters, but they won like at Grammys as well, I think 3. So, you know, well done to them. But one of the big winners on the evening, but just also quite a sad ending for them. But the Grammys, big one, you know, as always.
Yeah, I'm happy. The Grammys have left me happy this morning. Yeah. Happy for South Africa and Africa with Black Coffee.
Yes.
And happy for my guy.
Exactly.
Bruno Mars, Silk Sonic, the duo with Anderson .Paak.
Oh, so we were hoping you'd sing it for us if you could. Just one line. I mean, please. Just a little bit.
You want me to ruin my reputation?
I'm sure your reputation...
In one foul swoop.
I think, you know what, the reputation you have is great as it is. And I think if you add singing to it...
Yeah.
Come on. Just that one.
We'll leave it to...
You know the high part where he goes... I tried. I did try.
You tried it.
We asked them to play we wanted them to play the video. They wouldn't play the video, so we tried to sing it for you, but not the same, is it? Sorry. All right. Yeah. Any other trending topics we need to look at now that we've got the Grammys out the way? Because basically everything is linked to them. Even Grootman has come to the trending list, and that obviously is because of Black Coffee winning. Yeah. So, other trends, are we allowed to can we put them up just so we can see where we're at? There we go.
So there we had Grammys, Black Coffee, Trevor, all to do with the Grammys. The next one is #Malema. Julius Malema having an interview with our very own Sophie Mokoena there, and basically reiterating the EFF's views on the whole issue of borders and foreigners and the distinction between foreigners who are here legally and those who are not. But basically going on to say, in response to a question, because I think you would have noted, Leanne, over time where people have said the EFF will lose votes if they continue to advocate for, Africa for Africans and the issue of borders as the EFF advocates for it. And Malema basically saying during this interview that if the EFF loses votes on this issue as a matter of principle, so be it. But they will not, backtrack on this particular issue. And yes, we have to acknowledge that when it comes to the issue of artisanal skills, that we do have a lack in the country. It's an issue that needs to be addressed. But the reality is that even if we have South African registered companies, the actual people doing the plumbing, the welding, the tiling, all of those things are actually foreigners. Well, so this is what he was talking about, among other things.
Among other things, all right. So Malema, and then finally the Northwest. Well, Northwest, that's a big trending topic as well. And this really on the back of, I think it was the City Press article that came out yesterday, revealing to us that the Northwest pays 17 billion rand back to the Treasury. So they have failed to use their budget in the province of the Northwest, leaving citizens in dire straits. That's what the headlines are saying, and the story is revealing in the city press. So basically, of a budget, the combined budget of 57.4 billion rand from National Treasury to fix up the province, to work on things, 17 billion of that was handed back. So they just couldn't spend the money. They didn't do anything with it, and the residents of the Northwest are left with what they're left with: their usual potholes and hospitals and schools, and the list goes on and on and on, in a derelict position, and 17 billion rand being handed back to National Treasury.
I think that's very interesting to look at as, a line item in isolation, how much money is returned to Treasury from which departments in which provinces. Generally, you would find that when it comes to CAPEX spending, they over time, there used to be this trend that money would be returned. But I know the Eastern Cape, for example, social development department, I think they return money to Treasury at a time when children were dying of starvation, according to some reports. So it raises so many questions about what is going on and why monies are not being spent.
So it really is. And also, I mean, we were having a brief chat about the video footage that was doing the rounds, and not that it has anything to do with the Northwest, but it was the Rahima Musa Hospital. What a terrible, terrible video to have to watch. Just pregnant women sitting on the floor.
Lying on the floor, sleeping on the floor.
But
the problem, Leanne, is that this is not new. This has been going on for the longest time. And we need to stop just being outraged. That outrage needs to translate into something, some sort of change.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, anyway, we could get outraged right now with each other, but I don't think we're going to get anywhere with it.
So I don't think so.
No, what we'll do is we'll take a break. And then another thing, unfortunately, that's making us cross is the fuel price, because we are going to see that rising this week. But let's talk the future of fuel prices with regard to taxes and all of these kind of things. So we'll have that conversation after the break. Do stay tuned.